What's up, yo? We back. Damn, I'm continuing with these cautionary tales about my life through the streets of Baltimore and the prisons and surrounding counties. I'm gonna hop back into right back at the laundry or whatever. So, like I told you, I was doing a lot of hustling around this time or whatever, and it was going pretty good for real. I was catching two waves. I was catching on the VI. That's just short for we call that the visit. We call the visit a VI. I was catching on through the VI, and I had a horse or whatever, bringing it in for real. So along with that, we was doing the green dot money packs or whatever, because I told y'all Cash App wasn't relevant at this time or whatever. So you'll send your people to get a dot, you'll bring the dot to me or whatever. I check it, and I check it, I load it up or whatever. So I had like 5 cards. I had like 5 cards around this time or whatever. So I could always flow. I could always keep flowing or whatever. Cause it's prison. People play games or whatever. And I had a situation. Somebody that got transferred or whatever. They gave me $100 the night before. They get transferred the next day. They get their people call to report the dot stolen. They freeze all your money. They freeze it and take the $100. It's just you just always gotta have hands ready to receive money. So, like I said, I was dealing with somebody around this time, and they wasn't really my cup of tea or nothing, but it was benefiting me at the time. I'ma just keep it real. I'm gonna be honest. It was benefiting me at the time. Like I said, initially she was bringing my daughter, but everybody got a ulterior motive. Like, she was bringing my daughter, whatever, up at first and everything. All that was cool. And we eventually got to the business, start handling the business or whatever. So, like I said, things was clicking, but at the same time as that's going, this person, like I said, has an ulterior motive, and they doing it to get closer. So at the same time, while they doing it, I live in reality. I know nothing is free, and I don't even want it for free. Your services, that is. So I had let her know off the rip, if it's ever anything you need, because I'm sure you looking and saying money pile up quick, and you may need something from time to time. And shit, you risking your freedom. Why wouldn't I look out for you? If not for nothing, we can handle business like business. But this person would always reiterate and go over time and time again, oh, I don't need your money, it's not about that, it's not about that. But every other day I talk to you at Walmart. I don't say nothing, because I know it's little petty stuff. So as time going by, we had started dealing with each other, because that was really what the person wanted. And being in even though you may not really want that person, I think being in a setting like prison, it's good to have somebody. Like, if it ain't nothing but just a friend to talk to, that you can pick up that phone and call. But nevertheless, everything's moving all at the same time. And I would load up money. I would load up money. Like I said, I would get 2 visits a week, and for the most part, I always have they call it 3. That's the boots. We call it. So if I say 3, that's what I mean. And I always had 3 on deck for real. So it's like every visit I'll catch 25 joints or whatever. So I'm doing that, and I'm selling them for 50 a piece, you know, I would try to keep track of every dollar that I add up and subtract. But I was hot. Like I said, like I was under investigation. It's LeGrand and Diaz. Not say nigga LeGrand, he was head of investigations. Not say he was in my bushes. He was in my butt. Like if it was the last thing he did, he was gonna catch me or whatever. But I knew how to move. I knew not to call on my phone. Like just a bunch of different things that, you know, not to do to get yourself knocked off or whatever. But within all of that, I couldn't really keep numbers and stuff written down, like lists of numbers written down. So I would try to add it up, count it up, and then I would throw away the paper and keep track of it like that. Then I would call and get this person to check the cards or whatever. So they would do that, but it would always be like a little something in the middle. It might be like one card we don't check. And see, I'm letting you live because ultimately I know you stealing. But whatever you stealing, you could ask for. Because like if you know me, I'm not even a petty person. And I definitely feel like you jeopardizing your life, you definitely should be entitled to something. But some people pride just be foolish. So like I said, within all that, she wanted a relationship or whatever. And you know, the situation was cool and I wasn't doing nothing else. So yeah, I know it's crazy saying it like that, but I mean, hey, it's life. So as we dealing with each other, I had some stuff at our house. I had stuff at our house or whatever. And I just remember one day, man, we get into it. Like, we like really get into it. And I just told her, like, you know, I wasn't dealing with her no more, whatever, and like hung up the phone. And I know she's gonna take my threat serious because I had just stopped dealing with the person that I was dealing with on the streets, and before I started dealing with her. And I know she was looking like, if he cut her off, I know he ain't got no problem with cutting me off. But the one thing that she do know, I'm coming for that cash. I want my money. Period. Ain't no way around it. But ultimately, before all that happens, cooler heads prevail. And I still probably had like 2 years to do too, so I probably had that in the back of my mind. But I calls her later on that evening or whatever. Matter of fact, no, it was the next day. I called her the next day. And you know, when we get on the phone, the conversation was cool. So we talking and everything. So as we talking, she starts to get comfortable, a little more comfortable, and she say, you know, I thought you was for real. She said, I had all your stuff right here packed up by the door for you, for well, you know, for whoever you was gonna send around here to get it. I even went and took all the money off of all the cards. Whew. Red flag. I'm gonna need you to go and put that money back on the card or whatever. So I say, how much money is it? She say, I don't know. I think it's like 55, 6,000, something like that. I know that's short, but I'm still not saying nothing. I'm like, oh, all right. Anyway, go ahead and put that back on the card. Just get one, what's the name, and put it all on one card. And just sit that card to the side. That way, I know what's in there, so we ain't even got to discuss that one no more. So she like, well, okay. So, you know, my day, I go ahead and get off the phone and finish doing what I'm doing. Bitten for real, you know. And the crazy thing about it, like I said, man, I was on the investigation, all that, like, looking back on it, like, man, we put ourselves in crazy situations, man, because it's like, I used to feel like if I wasn't hustling, it was boring. It was like other people may pass their time by reading books, talking on the phone, working out, you know, playing dominoes. I mean, I love to play chess, but you know, different little things like that, like listening to music. But like, my main thing was hustling, like moving and shaking, man. And excuse me, but I let some time go past. So I had called up right before lock-in, right before count time or whatever. So it's about like half an hour, 15 minutes, however long the phone calls is before count time. And when I call her, you know, any other time I call, I'm calling, I give her the numbers, and she know if I'm calling on a certain number, she already know what's up. So when I call from that number or whatever, she answered the phone. First sign of shit not right. She answered the phone like it's I'm doing 1,000 different things right now. Yeah, what's going on? Like I said, if I'm calling from this number, she already know what's up. I'm only calling to give you some numbers or to hear the numbers, hear the money. So like I said, she like with like an attitude and like she got 10 different things going on or whatever. But I can hear she in the car. So I'm like, you did that. And she like, you know, it was around the time school was letting out. And I ain't trying to be smart or funny or nothing. Bitch, any other time, if I'm calling you with some money, you wouldn't care if Jesus Christ was crossing the street. You going to get the loading them dots, get the loading that money and checking it and making sure it's right. So I don't care about nothing else that you talking about. So she hit me with the, that's all you worried, that's all you care about. I'm not worried. Listen, I'm trying to pick my daughter up from school. I'm not stopping what I'm doing. My heart dropped. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, and it wasn't like I couldn't have took it off. I mean, it come and go. But at the same time, it was just a lot of different things in play, and I felt like, you really playing with me, huh? So now it's like, damn, how much did she really spend, right? So she get to saying all that, and I'm like, look, man, I'm like, any other time you can load the numbers up, all you gotta do is call a card and let me hear the balance. And she like, you heard what I said. But see, it's all of these things so she can trigger me. But at the same time, I still got somebody that I can call that's gonna come knock on your door to ask for my money. So I don't even think she didn't thought it all the way through yet. I think she just feel like, shit, I really put my foot in my mouth. So as we having that interaction going back and forth, I lie to you not. They say count time and straight killer phones. I'm looking at the phone, man, when I tell you sick walking away from that phone, I hung up. Cause I'm gonna be honest, it should have been at least 70 something, close to 8,000 on the cards. When she said 5, 6, I'm like, either she think I'm slow and I ain't counting, or she just feel like she can do what she want. But nevertheless, I walk in and go to my bunk area. And like I said, my man, by this time, my man Jid, he was sleeping up there. He had finished the program and he was in the same dorm I was in. I guess they wanted to keep an eye on us. And he looking at me, and I guess he see it written all over my face. Like, I'm hot. Yeah. Boiling water hot. I'm hot. Like, she playing. So he like asked me like, yo, what's wrong? And I just shake my head like, I don't even got no rap. So like, you know, they come in, they do their little count thing, whatever, go away about their business. And I'm just looking at the clock, man. I'm just looking at the clock. Cause soon as count clear, oh, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Ain't no question. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. So he come over there and I tell him what was happening. And I don't know. It must have just been something in the water, something in the air around that time. He say, that's crazy. He say, his chick had just beat him for $2,500. And I'm like, man, I say, you know, what's your plans? Because this the thing about it. You can't pay that money back. And ultimately, I can't trust you holding my money. So, you know, as we talking about that, they clear the count. You know me. Hop on the phone, call back. I tell you, one thing I ain't ever had to worry about was I ain't gonna play with it like that. But one thing I ain't had to worry about was her missing no phone call. Phone ring, don't pick up. Call back, don't pick up. I called back like 3-4 times. Now, if you want to make dude locked up extremely mad, don't answer that phone. And he calling. Cause you know why? It ain't nothing he can do unless he gonna do something dumb, and more than likely that ain't worth it. But nevertheless, I say, you know what? I called my mother. When I called my mother, she already know what's going on because the chick didn't call her already. So my mother say, what's wrong? And before I could even say anything, she like, calm down. I'm like, what you talking about? She like, I know what's going on. I say, what's going on? She said, your money? I say, yeah. I say, man, I don't know. I say, I don't know how much she stole. She might have stole all this shit. But I know she stole. So my mother say, No, she didn't. And at this time, my mother was, I guess, feeling sorry for her, whatever the case was. My mother say, she said, she told me what happened, told me you wanted her to call a card, but she couldn't call it. She was scared because she really didn't know how much was supposed to be on there, but she do know that she just paid $1,700 for a back bill that she had owed. But don't worry, she gets paid tomorrow and she'll give you that $1,700 back. I know this to be a lie, absolute lie. Now, what I assumed happened was my peoples probably loaned her the money or whatever because she wasn't working nowhere that she was going to get a whole $1,700 check and give it to me and still had money, because ain't nobody going to give you every dollar that they got and still had money left over. You can, as you can see, nah, I ain't even going to speak on that. But, yeah, so, I say, you know what? I say, let me call you back. So she say, don't do nothing dumb. I say, yeah. I say, I'm not. So I hang up. I give it a little time, and I calls her. She answers on the first ring. I'm like, you know, what's going on? And she tried to explain herself to me. And like, my whole thing about this story is, if you're dealing with a person and y'all in that situation, the dude really, more than likely, ain't tripping off the money. Because the crazy thing about it is so much money behind the wall. He can make that shit in less than a day. But the thing about it is the trust. Because now it's like, you know, I can never look at you as the same person or trust you no matter what. But hey, I ultimately got my money back. I don't know what the payment plan was with her and my peoples, because I'm sure it was one, but I got my money, and I continued doing what I was doing, just a different way. But if you stay on this side of the wall and stay out of there, you ain't even gotta worry about them type of situations, them type of issues. Remember, if you lose sight, never lose the vision. You cut different. Until the next time.